कोविड ने हमें बहुत कुछ सिखाया है। पैंडेमिक में जहाँ पे बहुत सारे लोग सफर कर रहे थे, हमने बहुत कुछ सीखा कि किस तरीके से अपनों से कनेक्टेड रहना बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है और किस तरीके से सोसाइटी को कंट्रीब्यूट करना भी हमारी रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी है। जहाँ इतना सब कुछ चल रहा था ड्यूरिंग पैंडेमिक, एक इंसान, एक शख्स थे जो ये सोच रहे थे हाउ ही कैन गिव इट बैक टू द सोसाइटी। आई एम गोइंग टू इंट्रोड्यूस यू टू अ पर्सन जिन्होंने ये ड्रीम तब देखा जब सब लोग बहुत ही ज्यादा प्रॉब्लम में थे। His name is B Sarvesh and I will call him the champion of NEET. So Sarvesh, many congratulations to you first of all. I'm very glad that you're here with us. Now, how do you feel that everything is over and you can relax finally?
The relaxation is more than a celebration actually, because the 2 years which 2 years of NEET journey was more of dedication, hard work, and thousands of things involve sacrification also. So I feel happy and glad that it's over, and I'm happy that I performed well.
Yes, absolutely. In fact, we are also very happy that you were able to succeed. Now, let me take you back to the time when you decided that, being a doctor in your family is going to be a very important thing for you. How did you think of it?
As you said, ma'am, the COVID played an important role for me, because when people are dying and when there are people who are giving their lives to save people, and doctors being in the forefront, like they were the one who carried the entire nation during this time. So I felt that I could do some part of mine if I was in that field. And before that, there was just a small inspiration that I should become a doctor. But then it became a craze that I should become a doctor, and there's nothing else which I should do in my life.
So wonderful. This is a very noble thought that you had. Giving back to the society is something that you believe in, right? Did you ever face that setback that, no, I can't do this and, I might need to change my path or direction?
And no, ma'am, there was no turning back once I started journey into Aakash. So, there were regular tests, and those, even though I got low sometimes, but it was always in the forward step. I know why I got low, and I should work forward too, so that I don't do it next time. So I never turned back on my journey. I never considered that become a doctor was wrong, or I should change my career. No, it was all towards the straight path itself, that I should become a doctor, and Aakash has helped me, so I should go on with that and know my weak points and rectify that.
Okay. Now that you've mentioned that Aakash helped you, in what way did you find that Aakash was very supportive and it helped you in this entire journey?
The main part which I loved in Aakash, of course, are the modules are so good, the faculty are so good, but the tests impressed me a lot, because every 14 days you have a test, that's a fortnightly test with every small portions, which helps you know which part you're lagging or somewhere. And then every 1 month or 1.5 months you have term tests. And then once the ATS starts, it's all the high level questions. So it's like how you apply whatever you have learned during these 2 tests to the bigger stage. And it also helps us know and add in your rank, where do you stand and which part are you weak in, which subject are you weak in, which concept are you weak in, and then use it for doubt classes and clarify the doubts and etc.
What tip and suggestion would you like to give to all NEET aspirants who may be not feeling this focused and this determined?
No, they should be sure of what their aim is. If they want to become a doctor, then you should keep in that consistency, and you should have that hard work and dedication, because doctors have to work at least have to work 24/7 actually, because they can't say that I'm off today so I can't be there to save a life or something. So when you're choosing that career, that profession, then you should have that focus and dedication. You stay away from distractions and stay focused to what you want to become. You have to work towards that.
So much of clarity. How did you gain this? Did your parents, should I say, are they responsible?
Yeah, of course they are responsible, because when I decided I should become a doctor, I never knew that there'll be so much thing of sacrifice, everything to be done here. But they were the ones who at least told me that I have to stay focused with the journey. I have to be at least consistent, with my performance, even if it was in some range, but I should be consistent there. And only because of that I could push up for the last 2 months to this range of marks.
Okay, so this hard work and your effort has definitely given you results also, but there are a lot of students who are still preparing for NEET and they would want your tips and your help. So we have students here waiting for their questions and to be answered by you. So let's begin. Can we have the first question?
So congratulations Bhaiya, first of all.
Thank you.
I want to ask, mainly in physics we know that there is a lot of practice that we need. So apart from modules and NCERT, did you use any other sources as well for your practice?
No, actually module and level 2, level 1 are actually good. If you have doubts in that, first clear that and then go for the extra books. The extra books which I used were DC Pandey and HC Verma. So actually HC Verma, when you go to HC Verma, you have to be very clear with each and every question of your module. because based on one question of a model of level 2 example, there are almost 5 to 6 question and example problems. So once you're sure with that, then you can go ahead for the other extra books, which I said.
Okay, thank you.
Congrats, Via. Actually, I want to ask that how had you worked under the pressure? Like you have NEET exams and boards, all.
No, actually, I feel the best comes down when you're under pressure, because you take it as an enjoyment and do, and you have two things to balance, and then it feels like a challenge to you, like which one you want to balance first. Anyway, what I feel is once you focus completely on NEET, the NEET syllabus and everything of that sort, boards become automatically easier. You just may have another two subjects apart from these three, PCB. So the other two subjects you can balance or at least match to the percentile with whatever your school teaches. And these three, if you're clear with every concept that they teach, boards can be easily attempted, because board questions are mainly theory based and from the NCERT again, and NCERT is the main thing for NEET also, right?
First of all, congratulations on your success. My question to you is you couldn't have studied all day. So, what was your recreation? Something you went to after studying?
I see recreation, like I read books. This is the first time and 12th which I started reading Harry Potter actually. So and then the 7 books kept me going for some 7 months, because I just read it for 45 minutes daily, and maybe I complete 2 to 3 chapters in that time, and that was recreation, because I don't I like reading a lot. So reading books is another thing which is apart from academics, right? So it was still into my interest of reading, so that kept me going. And playing games were also there in mobile, but that was just to Saturdays and Sundays. I never touched mobile for playing or such recreational activities during the weekdays, because I felt that will be a distraction.
Congratulations, Bhaiya. I just want to ask that what was your morning to night routine during the NEET preparation? I mean, you were a morning person or night person,
I
or
was a morning person actually. I used to get up at 5:30, and there were classes during that time as well. 6 to 7:30 there were classes, so I attended them. I went to school. Like school starts at 8:30, so I'll reach there at 8:30, and school gets over at 2:45. So it takes around 3:30 for me to reach home, and I'd sit to study back by 4:20, because from 4:20 to 5 we had doubt classes. And after 5, I used to read whatever they taught during the morning class. Actually, I had the morning batch, so whatever they used to teach during that time, I used to read from 5:20 to 8:20. Like gather all the doubts during this Monday, Tuesdays, and have if I have any major concept doubt which I didn't understand in the module or in the NCERT, I used to go to the center and ask them.
Sarvesh, during this process, did you realize that, this was your biggest mistake and you should not have done that?
Yes, ma'am, there's majorly one thing, which was not reading the physics NCERT, mainly the 11th one, because during 11th when I just enrolled into Aakash, the mechanics part was quite tough for me to understand. So it took a lot of time for me to read the module, work out all the questions, go to the other books and solve them, get the doubts clarified. So I didn't find enough time for me to read physics NCERT, mainly the mechanics part. So I just neglected that. So when it came to the last 3 months of NEET preparation, like once my boards were over as well, I consistently started preparing the physics NCERT, mainly the theory questions, because I usually used to feel weak in those theory questions. I wouldn't understand from where they came. Like
Right.
they say it's NCERT based, but I couldn't find it. But when I read the physics NCERT, there were a lot more things. So I would suggest the new future NEET aspirants to actually first be sure with all the concepts. And while chemistry and biology NCERT easily understood, like once you read it itself, you can understand at least half of the things, and then the rest can be cleared by your module doubts or asking your teachers.
So I'm sure, with your mistake, a lot of people are going to learn and not repeat the same thing. But it's time for me to introduce everyone to the woman who's behind his success. And NEET champion deserves a champion mother. So let me introduce you to Sarvesh's mother. Ma'am, many congratulations. I personally believe that it's not just his success, but it is your success also. So tell us about the journey. What was it like?
Ma'am, to be frank, he is very confident that he has to become doctor. I was telling him, why can't you choose engineering, because we are all engineering. But he was very strict to that, I want to become doctor. So that was his first. So after that, we were asking which center you have to go and join for the coaching, because you can't do alone. So somebody should have the guidance, everything should be there. So
Right.
he was choosing Aakash to be the center that I love the most. So we were joined then. Then obviously I am seeing his differences also, that he was full and full dedicated to his studies. Almost from the pre-KG he was doing the same, but I was seeing the extra 100% of work he was doing with Aakash. Every time he was sitting with Aakash module and working out some of the other things, and the doubt notes he will be having Aakash notes and doubt notes together with that, what are all the doubts, he will be line up with that, and he will be asking the doubts also. He never missed even one single doubt class also.
Wow. So you actually trusted his decision of choosing Aakash.
Yes.
You never had
No,
any doubt.
no.
So
That
did
is-
you feel the difference that his choice was perfect?
Yes, of course,
Yeah.
100%, not even 100%, I should say 1000%, more than that.
Okay. So any suggestion to all those parents who might be confused at this moment, how can they support them without interfering too much?
If you leave the children as the how they like, they will be success in their life, ma'am. Because I never asked him what you have studied, have you finished for this fortnight. He says no. He himself has done everything. I made a printout and stick onto his table and surroundings. These are all your tests. That's all. He will learn by himself. So whenever he has a doubt, whichever I can able to solve, I will be helping out. Otherwise, the teachers are very helpful. Any time they will be approachable only. So he will make a call also. They will be approachable. I will say they are the second parent, to be frank. Because once he was not feeling well, I didn't recognize that. But the teacher in there, he has recognized and informed me that he is not feeling well. Please take him to the doctor. Like that they are. So I am very much impressed in Aakash. So I think the parents also should believe the children and as well as the Aakash faculties for their support.
Wow,
According to me.
That's wonderful, ma'am, and I can see that smile on your
Yes,
face.
I am
that you're-
very happy.
Yeah, I can see that smile, and we're very lucky that you both are here with us. So thank you so much for this wonderful conversation. So thank you once again, and yes, it was lovely talking to both of them, and I also learned one fact that it is very important to trust right people at the right time. Thank you, sister.
Thank you.